visits to project areas was one of our highlights of our summer vacation. Every summer vacation, we used to go there and we used to enjoy that project life and spending the vacation. And many children also used to come, like Rajama's children, Padhu's children. Everybody used to join after some time. So we used to go to like a base camp. We used to go to Coimbatore, where we enjoy the hospitality of my sister and Srinivasan, Rajaman Srinivasan. And from there, we used to go to this one. So, out of all the places of projects that I visited, Valparai is green in my memory because one is I was much older and
Much older,
also
how much,
scenic,
what maybe?
maybe 11 or 12 years.
Talk.
So I was.
So you remember very much.
I remember very much, and another is beauty of that place. Unlike the other projects which are almost in the valley, the dams were situated in the valley. This is an hillock.
Scenic
And,
area.
Animalize. Valparai, my very first visit to Valparai, I wanted to relate now before going further. Because I told you in the last episode that I will share the thrilling moment of that visit. So I went to that place alone.
Oh, you went alone.
And just hardly 11 or 12 years. So because for them also they had not seen that area so much. My sister and others.
They have newly
So
come.
so I was the first one to go there. And so they thought, okay, we'll put him in the bus and he will go to Valparai and eat. I was also adventurous.
From where? From where?
From Coimbatore.
Coimbatore.
So I was thinking, okay, what is there? I was young and okay, they bought a ticket and I boarded the bus in Coimbatore bus stand. This Anamalai bus transport
Anamalai
is
bus
famous
transport.
in that area. So that only goes up the hill. That is it goes via this one Udumalpet, Pollachi, Tirumutti hills, and then climbs the Anamalai hills and it goes. So I was not aware of the distance to that place. Also, it is such a long hours it will take. Maybe at about 10 or 11 o'clock, like that, I must have left the place, Coimbatore. So we took Annamalai bus transport bus. They told that you have to change the bus in Valparai. So there is one more bus that is going beyond Valparai city.
That only can reach
that
the.
only will reach the project area where his house is there.
Oh,
So
not that directly.
Not directly Valparai get down and go there. It is unlike other project areas where you find a group of houses, a colony is there, a city like project city is there. This is something different. Afterward going there only I saw that. Then the Valparai bus I took and I was enjoying the journey going up the hill and as we climb the hill, it is also you get cool air, fresh breeze.
So everything was nice.
And there were also it was becoming chillier because we were very high hills like
altitudes.
Suddenly altitude it becomes more and we climb and by the time we were started climbing itself it was evening. So
sunset
started and shadows began to fall on the hills. So the bus was going very, very difficult to climb, just like climbing a person. Great difficulty it was climbing the winding roads of the hill. So I was there, and then afterwards, sometime when it was almost dark, of course, on the way I saw the Kannan Devan Estate. We passed through Kannan Devan Estate. Afterwards, it has been taken over by Tata's, that this one. And there is a big estate bungalow, estate officers club. And it was full undulating hills. And you find tea and coffee estates, very nice people returning home after the work because it was evening fall. So I enjoyed that. And Valparai, it was already dark. And it was lights and in the bus stand, Valparai bus stand, I got down. Then I asked to go there. So that bus, a very small bus, it was there. And after some time, it took off. And I told the driver clearly, I'm so and so S. Ranganathan, executive engineer. So you
his
drop
brother,
me, please drop me to the nearest spot. And I was happy. Okay, he will take care of it. It is just like Chalta attitude at that time. I didn't know the risk or anything. Then I told okay and climbed the bus. The bus, as soon as it left the city of Valparai, more and more dark,
Hmm.
and the hill.
Hmm.
And the hill, as you know, little bit semi-dark. I could observe it is a steep climb,
Hmm.
and there is winding road.
Uh,
And one side it is down, sloping
Valley,
down.
valley.
The road is sloping down to a valley,
Uh,
and different hills are there.
uh,
Of course, fortunately, there are not hairpin winds.
uh,
In the hairpin winds come in this area
uh,
before we reach Valparai.
uh.
So this was, but still it was up and down and winding by the hill and all those things. It was completely pitch dark. There are no lights on the way.
Naturally, that's
So bus with him, I became little bit scarier. Why? So he suddenly that bus fellow told, and there were some flickering lights on the top of the hill. See, there are different houses of engineers. It is not one particular project area where number of houses are there.
these
Unlike
are
project
scattered.
areas in Bhavani Sagar
Or
or
Amaravati.
Amaravati, it was something different.
Uh,
Then I saw, okay, flickering lights are there. Suddenly he stopped the bus in the darkness, midst of darkness, in the not such a broad road, and he stopped. And the hill is there, dark hill is there on the other side. On the other side, there's low slope. So I thought maybe in that engage I was a little bit careful in the sense that, oh, better to walk on the hillside, because even if I fall, I will fall on the hill. On the other side, if I fall on the other side, I would be lost. Then okay, then I thought, okay, let me take the chance. Let me walk by the side of the hill. So I got down alone in the dark. I
driver
said,
told you get out.
get down, and that house is there. That some he showed, pointed the finger. I could also, there is one house here, one house very far off, another house, flickering light on the top, a small hill. So number of steps you have to climb to reach that. So and there were small roads before that. But for people to walk,
Reach that, you have to climb.
climb some steps, darkness. So I got down. Then what happened was I didn't have any other go but to face the situation. And
Nobody is there to ask.
nobody is there to guide. No single soul is there. So it is dark and risky. Road is risky. I was scared of elephants. All the stories will come to our mind. Suddenly an elephant may come before me.
Buses left, buses dropped
Bus
here
has
and
left,
gone.
no human beings, and this side there is a small boy, young boy, not knowing much. So I got down and slowly started. Nothing else. I had a carry bag with some cloths and all those things. So I started. No other go. I cannot go on some hill and see some houses and all. It is also more risky. So I thought best is to keep to the road. Better to
But where to go? Which house?
where to
Some
go, but
house.
the road in the forward direction. I started moving in the forward direction. But I had to take I could to feel the hill, and I could take the curve of the hill only. So I started walking. Then suddenly what happened? A light, a flickering light came appearing before me from a long distance. Then I heard of ghost stories. There are some ghost stories where there will be a land. It will come with a light,
Hurricane light.
flickering
Hurricane light.
light. Correct, light. It will come in the night time. They will.
The
Go
ghosts
there.
will be roaming
Ghosts
around.
will be roaming. So I remembered those ghost stories, and I got even more scared. What happens if a ghost comes and stands before me? Then slowly I started walking, and of course, cool breeze was there, and I was slowly was nothing else but to pray God and walk. Then I saw the light is becoming bigger and bigger as it is approaching towards me, and it was swinging also a little bit. I mean, it was not a straight light coming towards me, so it was coming along the hill.
So somebody walking and bringing.
Somebody must be walking or something like that. So suddenly a man appeared, an old man with a beard, with the mundas, that is a head covering, and this one he came appeared before me, and told he saw a young boy walking before him, and he told, "Enaya, inge varinga?" Then I told super இவர் executive engineer, ஓ பெரிய ஐயா வீட்டுக்கு நீ வந்துருக்கீங்க. I know Periyaya. I will, don't worry. It is you have got down somewhere so far away and you are walking. It is a risky thing to do in this night and all those things. He had a lander light in his hand. So that is why I could see the light. Then I got down and he told, I will take you to that house of brother. don't worry and all. So he started walking for some distance with him, and as usual, we had to climb few steps, number of some maybe some 50, 60 steps to reach his house. And my brother opened the door. He had been my sister had already phoned him that I'm sending your brother Sripad is coming here. So he was so happy and he smiled. Oh, you're so nice to see you. What Sripad, you have come alone to this place and all those things.
But why he could have come send somebody to the bus stop?
No,
Not
no,
like,
and also somebody will accompany him.
yeah, somebody will
Like
come with you.
Coimbatore, somebody will come and all. So that is a adventurous part of it.
Scary part of
certainly.
it.
And I felt so happy to see my brother as if that
It
something
was
has
really
happened.
great relief.
It was a great relief. That is one other part of my visit. Afterwards, my visit to Valparai, many people also joined, and we had a nice time going to the dam and enjoying the scenic beauty of that place, which is fresh in my memory. And always I cherish my visit to Valparai. And
Right.
afterwards, we went to Valparai also, but people were coming. I was going in a car and all that. Then I saw.
More
Oh,
comfortable.
no, I was retracing. I saw, oh, what a dangerous.
What a foolish thing it
What
would
a
have.
foolish thing, and somehow I was successful. I was.
Providence brought that man.
Providence brought that man, and it is that. So all is well.
Yeah,
That ends well.
sometimes it happens.
So all is well. That ends well.
So after
So,
finishing the projects, so Ranganathan, more or less the Valparai was the last project.
Valparai was the last
Dam
project.
means dam.
The project areas,
irrigation.
dam. So it was the last Paramikulam Alliyar project was the last project that he handled. And then he came back because in Madras. So in Madras, what happened? We also visited Madras many times. He was in what is called place Abhiramapuram.
Uh-huh.
He had he
It's
was in
a
a
very.
rented house that is near. Afterwards, Rajanamalapuram came up, the new extension, and after he bought a site there.
Uh-huh.
So that was there, and at that time when we stayed, myself, Surya, and Lalita also came. So all the three of us were there. Same time we went to Madras and we were there in the house. The elders were not there. Sita was in the house, and Ranganathan used to go to the work and all this. At that time, cyclonic weather. Usually in Madras is haunted by
November, December.
No,
November.
that time, I don't know.
October, November.
No, even summer. There suddenly odd cyclone came up. For 3 days. So it was pouring, and then the water entered our house.
Oh.
So myself and Surya and my sister Lalita, my Sita told strictly, don't move, water is there and all those things. You sit on the cot. So we were sitting on the cot for a long time. I don't know how long. And she did some cooking and all those things. And added to that, Lalita was a little bit not well at that time. So she was concerned about her health. I mean, she's a young girl. My sister-in-law Rasita was not so old, so they are not handled children. So
Not
she was at that time so they got scared. They are the Padmini must have born and she must be very small, so baby. So she got very much worried. So she was every time she was monitoring situation, and Lalita was given medicines and all that. I could see her face, anxiety writ on her face, and she was there. So we had 3 days. What happened is this water in Madras, because it is in the seaside, sea level, so the water stands for a long time in plots, empty plots. So neighboring was an empty plot, so full of water. It was like a lake is formed. So and then always we used to hear the croaking of the frogs.
Frogs.
Like that, always big sound was there. So Abhiramapuram,
It was a strange experience.
The experience after some time, of course, rain went off, and he bought a site in Rajanamalapuram, that is sandy area. So we saw, myself and Surya used to walk to that site, and there were, I don't know, photos were taken, but I don't know, they're unable to locate in the empty plot where my brother bought. So the plot was having a compound made of cement pillars joined by barbed wires.
Oh,
So that was
correct. That was a fence.
and road and everything was there. So we saw the construction process of that house for some time. Then we came back to Bangalore. Then about 1 or 2 years afterwards, there was a Gruhapravesham.
Gruhapravesham.
Gruhapravesham, my parents
Ah.
and
Sita's
Rajama, Sita's
uncle.
this one, Rajama, Paddu, and the children, and all the people attended that function.
In Chennai.
One of the people who attended was Madhav Rao. The uncle was also there.
Correct.
And then there was my parents, and then my cousin, that is Fraser Town uncle's son, last son, Hanumantrao. My name only, V. Hanumantrao. So he had come to Madras. He was staying with his uncle in Armenian Street. One Lipton Ramarao was his uncle.
Lipton Ramarao.
So he was the company secretary of Lipton.
Oh.
So he was a very big post, and he stayed there, of course. For the Gruhapravesham, he also attended. And then another person was our relatives, among our relatives, my father's uncle, Rajatata. My father, my grandfather's brother, like they husband.
Correct. We have talked in Kodiveri visit. I think we have talked
near that house. So those people, husband and wife, also attended. And he was very, as you know, Rajatata was a very humorous person. So his wife was Rangu. They used to call her Rangu. So he was a little bit very humorous. And then he was telling, she was telling.
Who was telling? Who was?
Wife was asking the husband.
His wife.
So Pattanam Bakam, இங்கெல்லாம் வந்திருக்கோம் மெட்ராஸ்க்கு வந்து பட்டணம் வந்தது கொஞ்சம் ரொம்ப ரேரு. நீங்க எங்கேயும்
கூட்டிட்டு போறதில்ல.
Like that. You don't take me anywhere. I want to go around the city. Madras, like that. He simply made a Pottanam, a small dish,
Yes.
and with paper, and they put it on the ground. See, go around that.
No, in Tamil, you know, Pattanam, see the...
Pattanam is...
No, wait. Pattanam is the city, big city, mega city. Pattanam. So, Madras was named as Pattanam, if you say those days, it denotes Madras.
Madras, correct.
Slightly different pronunciation, Pattanam. If you ask in the Kitanna shop anything, they'll in a paper they will fold at you, not paper cover.
Correct.
That is Pattanam. So you are he made a cracked a joke using that word Pattanam and Pattanam. Okay.
So he made that joke, and after another person was who attended this one was Narada Srinivasarao.
Oh, that famous magazine. Yeah. And journalist and cinema
journalist, film critic, photographer, and he was
very famous personality.
Very famous. He was a curly person, curly hair, and a long silk jibba and silk dhoti he was wearing, and he was carrying a camera, sophisticated camera. He has taken some photos of the function.
Oh, okay.
So he was there, and he was related to Madhav Rao.
He was related to
Madhav Rao and Sita family. So that is why he also, his brother Raghavendra finished his MBBS, and he was working in he joined just in the Tamil Nadu Health Service. So he was there. Ultimately, he became the director of Health Service in Tamil Nadu. Another prominent person was my own brother Ramu. He was studying in AC College of Technology. He had finished his MSc, one MSc. He was doing MSc by research in AC College of Technology. AC is Alagappa Chettiar Technology, College of Technology. There he was doing MSc by research. He got MSc by research from there. So he was in Madras only, so he also attended.
Okay.
So in some other photo, the friend Ramu also in Nadu.
Okay.
And all those people attended, lot of people attended. I remember the pandal being put outside with all this one.
So Gruhapravesham was done.
Very nicely performed in Rajannamalippuram. A couple of times, of course, we used to visit Madras.
So after that Madras stint, he was posted somewhere else.
No, he was there in Madras for quite a long time. He was there enjoying that.